This is not a train crisis. This is a mental health and a public health crisis that we're dealing with.
It was arguably the most important board meeting of the SMART era, coming in the wake of 5 deaths on the rail line in Sonoma County in just the past 3 weeks, including 3 suspected suicides. SMART General Manager Farad Masurian telling the board that he reached out and found a sympathetic community ready to help. He called the problem a public health crisis and a community challenge.
We must focus on a larger strategy on how to deal with this crisis. We must come up with a strategy on how to deal with suicide, impulsiveness, and homeless issues.
Mansourian assembled a group of mental health professionals. Their consensus that a coordinated response will be the only effective way to address the issue of people taking their own lives.
That there is hope when we identify mental illness early and treat it and provide support. But if we continue to see it underfunded, we are going to continue to have problems that are devastating for our community.
National suicide rates have been on the rise for some time, and we are just one of countless communities that are grappling with this set of tragedies.
It's around collaboration and partnering together, and being able to address this through social media, through conversations that are happening like this, and providing education to the community.
Sonoma County Supervisor and SMART Board member David Rabbit.
What's true in Sonoma County, and it's I think a challenge in California has been mentioned, is the dollars available for the services that we need to provide.
While SMART addressed suicides, they also described efforts to head off unintentional deaths, 2 coming at the end of June at the Golf Course Drive crossing in Rohnert Park using Z-gates, engineering, as well as education and enforcement. And there was a focus on messaging and its impact from officials and the media.
My plea to the media is to turn the focus toward helping to find solutions for mental health and homeless in our communities.
We as policymakers and as representatives in our community, as well as the media, should talk about these in a way that is helpful, that leads people towards resources, and really fights suicide contagion that we know is a thing.
One of the last to speak, Felix Huerta, a spokesman for operators, conductors, and other SMART employees. He asked SMART to fully staff code enforcement officers. 2.5 positions are approved, 1 is currently filled, and said rank-and-file employees should have a seat at safety committee meetings.
Operations management is there, but the employees who have raised these concerns day in and day out, month in and month out, are not a part of that team.
As a community, we need to join together and commit funding, take the steps necessary to ensure our neighbors who are having mental health crises are taken care of.
And from the response today, it appeared the hard work of cobbling together a coalition to accomplish that is already underway. In Petaluma, Carl Van Emberg for News of the North Bay.